Hi, I'm Shannon Rollins from Shannon Rollins Real Estate. Are you thinking about making some updates to your home, but you're not really sure what is in style now? Today I'm going to share with you what some current trends are in new construction that if you're doing an upgrade to your house, you might want to go ahead and incorporate. That way, if you're thinking about selling down the road, you can actually enjoy the nice upgrade as well now before you put your house up for sale. Some of these things are really easy to do, others take a little bit more work, especially if you're living in the home, but all are really doable. The first is paint. Everybody knows that paint is the easiest thing to do to change the feel of your home. Well, we're still seeing a lot of the creams and whites throughout the entire home, including the trim work, with maybe a room that's an accent color. For instance, the dining room we are seeing being maybe a different color than the rest of the interior of the house. But we're also seeing more trim work done in the dining room. And sometimes even the trim work in the entire dining room is painted a higher gloss color, trim work and wall all together, to create kind of that library feeling that you used to see years ago in older homes. Well, this is something that is coming back, and it allows you to use the room both as a dining room, a library, an office, or even a playroom. Now, talking about accent walls, we're seeing the accent walls also in babies' rooms or in the owner suite along the wall where the bed goes. So some accent walls we also are seeing in bonus rooms or game rooms. So those are easier things to do that you can just add a little bit of oomph to the room. Talking about wall treatments, we're also seeing some brickwork brought onto the inside of the house and used in like a passageway or maybe flanking the entry into the kitchen or as an accent wall like in the dining room. We also are seeing it used behind, for instance, the slipper tubs in the owner suite bathroom. No longer are we seeing the jacuzzi tubs really anymore. We're seeing those slipper or vessel tubs. And by the way, they're not only just in whites, you can get them in other colors too. Speaking of the owner suite bathroom, we're seeing big tiles being used now in the showers. And when I say big, I'm saying really big tiles, maybe made out of different product than a ceramic tile, but we're also seeing the dark grout lines. And this makes it easier to clean. You know, it doesn't show dirt quite as easy or a dirt stain in the grout. So we're seeing a lot more of that with the darker tiles being used in the shower and the floor in the owner's suite. In the kitchen, we are seeing the cabinets go all the way to the ceiling. Now, I realize you have to have a ladder to go access those areas, but you've also eliminated an area that you have to dust if you had that gap between the top of your cabinets where you might put decorative things up there. Well, now you have an area that's easier to keep clean. And it sure draws your eye up and makes the room feel bigger. So if you have to replace some cabinets because they're being worn, you might consider just doing the uppers and have them go all the way to the ceiling. The countertops we're seeing in the kitchen are still the lighter grays and white tones in the quartz or even some marbles. When you go to the outside of the house now, we are seeing a lot of the darker trim work in the windows, especially if you have a white house, white brick, or a cream color exterior, those really pop. And we're also seeing the charcoal color architectural shingle roofs and the dark gutters. All of those things, or a combination of them, really make the curb appeal look fantastic. And if you can incorporate some of the brick on the front of the home as well as, you know, the lower water line or on the front porch itself, that also is something that we're seeing quite a bit of right now. Speaking of charcoal colors, we also now are seeing some of the darker colored homes that really just pop. And they might have also the charcoal, you know, exterior, but some wood beams on the exterior. Talking about wood beams, we do see a lot of that on the interior of the homes too now, the lighter color wood beams, along with hardwood floors that are the lighter tones now. Not the orangey tones like we used to see in 2000, but the lighter, whiter plank wood floors. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, give me a call, but I also always tell sellers that wherever you live, a good way to see what is on trend is to go visit new construction open houses. If you go to several open houses, you're going to get a feel of what buyers are really wanting now, because builders are building what buyers are asking for. So it's a great way to see what is current, and then that way it can make updating your home a little bit easier. So if we can help you in any way in buying or selling, don't hesitate to call. Remember, my team and I are on standby 7 days a week, ready to help you take the smoother road to sold.